Nicole, where are you now?
Huh? I'm at work.
You abandoned the discussion and went to work?
Because if we keep arguing like that, I'm going to be late. I'm sorry, but I had to go to work while you went to the bathroom.
You coward. You want me to divorce you?
Huh?
If you run away from the discussion, I'm divorcing you this time.
Here we go again. You always say divorce as soon as we get into a fight. Frankly, I'm tired of hearing that.
I'm serious. If you don't want a divorce, come home right now.
I can't. I'm working right now. I'll talk to you when I get home. Can't you just wait till then?
If I wait for you, it'll be night. I'm off work today. You get the hell out of there now.
That's just so selfish.
Oh, so that's what you are, huh? You didn't love me from the beginning.
That's extreme. We got married because we love each other.
But you want to avoid me. That's why today you left me alone and ran away to the office, right?
I wouldn't say I ran away. I had to go to work. I couldn't help it.
Nicole, I'm serious. If you keep this up, we're really going to get divorced. You're fine with that?
Please don't say divorce so easily. I want to continue being with you, Kevin. We fight, but I've never wanted to leave you. That's why I'm so sad and hurt when you say you're divorcing me.
The cause of all our fights is you know?
What?
Take today for example. When I forgot to wash the dishes, you complained so much about it. Why don't you do the dishes, you housewife?
We both work full-time, but you say you're not good at housework. That's why I do all the cooking, cleaning, and laundry by myself. Why can't I ask you to do the dishes? And I just said, don't forget to do it next time. I didn't complain.
That's the kind of attitude that pisses me off. You take it for granted that I do the housework.
I'm not taking it for granted, but can't you at least try to help me? I'm working too, you know.
Men and women have different quality of work. You're just doing chores that anyone can do. Don't talk so big.
Well,
that's enough. I'm pissed off, so I'm going to my parents' house today. I'll have dinner there, so you don't have to cook for me.
Okay. Well then, give my regards to your mother.
Hey, are you sure you want to do that?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're okay with this situation. You're not taking care of your husband and letting him go to his parents' house.
Because you said you wanted to go, so I can't help it.
You really can't read the room, can you? You should be desperate to stop me.
What?
You should be saying something like, I'll make you your favorite food for dinner, so don't go to your parents' house. You should be crying and begging me. Or I'll really divorce you, you know?
What a pain in the ass.
What?
All right. What do you want for dinner? I'll make it for you. So don't talk about divorce anymore.
Enough. I'm mad. I don't want dinner tonight.
What? So do you want dinner or not?
I'm going to my parents' house now. You better not call me and tell me to come home. I don't want to see your face for a while.
Yeah.
If you call me, I'm divorcing you. Good evening, Nicole. May I have a word with you?
Good evening, Rachel. What's wrong?
It's about Kevin.
Oh.
He said he's off work today, so he came over. I heard he had a fight with you again.
That's right.
And then he threw another tantrum and said he wanted a divorce, right? I'm so sorry for everything.
No, I'm sorry Kevin is always bothering you. He said he was going to have dinner at your place tonight. Is he still mad at me?
No, he was only mad at first. He's been playing on the computer all day.
I see. I thought it was about time you came back from work. So I just sent him home now. Oh, I gave him lasagna to bring home so you can eat it if you want. Thank you very much. I'm so glad because you make delicious lasagna. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I'm not very good at cooking, so I don't spend much time on it. I want to be able to make delicious food as efficiently as you. You're a working woman. Of course you can't spend much time on housework. I've taught Kevin basic housework, but he's spoiled and doesn't do anything himself, even though you work as well. I'm really sorry. No, it's okay. I'm sure Kevin will do housework in time. It's okay to complain a little, you know. Kevin is selfish and self-indulgent, and I really feel sorry for you. Today's story was about Kevin not washing the dishes, wasn't it? Well, I complained too without thinking about Kevin's feelings. It's okay. You should be more strict with him. Kevin should do more housework. You guys need to cooperate as a couple. You're too kind, Nicole. Well, I guess that's why Kevin is comfortable being with you. Thank you for your concern. Although he's quite a formidable opponent, I'd like to talk it over with him patiently. Thank you. I'm glad you're a really kind person. But don't take it too hard. If you have any problems, you can talk to me. I understand. Oh, it looks like Kevin came back. Well, take good care of him. You can scold him plenty. Rachel, sorry to text you so late at night. Are you still awake? Yes, I am. What's wrong at this hour? Is Kevin at your place again by any chance? What? No, he's not here today. I see. He went to work and hasn't come home yet. I haven't heard anything from him. He doesn't answer his phone or read texts. What? What do you mean? I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but Kevin and I had another fight. When I came home from work today, I found a letter on my desk. What did the letter say? It said, "I'm divorcing you. Don't look for me." What's that? He is the kind of person who says divorce every time something happens. So I thought he would come home soon, and I just waited. But he hasn't come back yet. I thought he was at yours, but he wasn't. I haven't heard anything, and he hasn't come. Even if he had, I wouldn't keep him until this late. True. I thought he was bluffing again, so I didn't take it seriously. Maybe that was a bad idea. I'm sorry. Well, he says he's going to divorce you so often that it's no wonder you wouldn't take it seriously. It's not your fault. So what was the reason for the fight? He bought a watch worth over $10,000 without telling me. $10,000? Yes. I don't mind if he used his own money to buy it, but he took the liberty of withdrawing the money from the account we share as a couple. We were trying so hard to save money to buy a home, so I yelled at him. Then Kevin said, "I'm the one who earns the money to support you, so don't complain." And he started to lose his temper. But I'm not on Kevin's support. He's not even that well paid. I really don't know what he's thinking. You have every right to be angry. It's Kevin who's at fault for spending the couple's money without permission. You did nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm a little relieved to hear you say so. It's a bit like I got unusually mad myself. He's a real pain in the ass, my son. If he wasn't at your place, then where did he go? Most of his friends are married, so it's hard to imagine him visiting them at home. No place I can think of either. He always used to come back to our house when something happened. I know. It's this time of night, so I'm sure he wouldn't be wandering around outside. I wonder if he's staying at a hotel or a motel? Maybe. Or maybe he's seriously planning to divorce me and gone somewhere far away. That's not true.
Kevin always just talks. He never really intends to get a divorce.
I hope so.
He doesn't want to get a divorce, but runs away from home so carelessly. I'm sorry, Nicole. I guess I brought him up the wrong way.
Please don't apologize. It's not your fault. It's my fault too. I wasn't confronting Kevin properly. I was afraid he would say he would divorce me, so I tried to avoid arguments as much as possible. The truth was, I wanted to share the housework with him, but I ended up doing it myself.
Nicole, I'm Kevin's parent, so I don't know how to say this, but if you really can't forgive him, you can think about breaking up with him.
Rachel,
what he's doing is beyond all limits. I think of you as my own daughter, so I don't want you to push yourself too hard.
Yes, thank you for your concern.
Oh, I know. If we use his computer, we might be able to find out where he is.
Computer?
He used to come home and mess around with his computer a lot. He probably got his computer and his phone synced up.
Oh, I see.
But if it's password protected, it could be a little tricky. I'll start up the computer and give it a try. I don't like the idea of looking at his computer, but it's the result of his doing.
I'm sorry about everything.
It's okay. You can count on me for this. I'll get the computer now. Just give me a minute. Hey, Nicole. Why aren't you looking for me? Hey. You saw my letter, didn't you? It's been a month since then. Look for me. Why are you acting like I don't exist?
Hey, Kevin. Long time no see.
Why aren't you answering my calls?
I was on a loud and busy train just now.
You're the worst.
Huh?
Your husband left the house. I can't believe you didn't look for me at all.
Well, hey, you wrote a letter telling me not to look for you.
Are you stupid? Don't take it literally.
Well, you told me not to look for you, so I just did what I was told.
Ugh, you piss me off. Do you know how I've been feeling for the past month? I've been waiting for you to find me, you know?
But I contacted you right away at first, didn't I? It was you who didn't respond, wasn't it?
There's no way I could do such an uncool thing as responding right after I left. You should understand how guys feel a little.
I'm sorry. I'm so insensitive.
Damn. You're not sorry at all, are you? I'm really going to divorce you.
What? We're already divorced.
Huh?
I sent you divorce papers, but you didn't respond. So, the divorce was granted in absentia.
You're lying.
I'm glad you got what you wanted. You said over and over again that you were getting a divorce.
No. That was just a threat. I mean, you said you sent the papers. You knew where I was?
Yes, I did. Your mother looked up and found out.
My mother?
She wanted to know where you were, so she used your computer to locate your phone. On the computer at your parents' house.
What?
I got to look at it too, and it gave me the creeps.
What? Why?
You left your social media page logged in. You didn't even put a password on it. You're so unprotected.
No. That's not mine.
Well, there was your photo on the profile page. Your face was hidden, but I recognized you right away from the clothes you were wearing and the belongings you had with you. Especially since it was a perfect picture of the expensive watch you bought without consulting me.
Oh.
With a girl I've never seen before. Looks like you had a fun date with the girl. I was convinced after I saw that post that you're cheating on me.
Nicole, it's not true. That girl was just a friend. That's not the kind of relationship I can't tell people about. Just because we're in a photo together, you can't just decide that I was cheating on you.
I hired a detective to investigate.
A detective?
Your mother saw the post too. She said we should do a thorough investigation. We found out that you've been seeing her for the past 6 months, and that you've been staying with her since you left me. We've had everything checked out.
Oh no.
So I sent the paperwork to the address of your girlfriend. Apparently, you didn't look properly, huh?
It never occurred to me that you would send me divorce papers.
Well, I wanted to get rid of you as soon as possible, so I was lucky that the divorce was so easy.
Wait a minute. I don't want to break up with you.
I already broke up with you.
Why? You don't like me?
I did like you, but now I don't like you at all.
Nicole, let's talk again.
What are you talking about? There's nothing to talk about now. Why don't you just remarry the woman you cheated on me with?
I was just playing around with her.
Huh?
The reason why I said I would divorce you every time we fought was because I just wanted to confirm your love for me. I never really wanted a divorce. I left home because I believed you'd find me.
I'm so dumbfounded.
My current girlfriend doesn't have a regular job. She can't even do her own housework, so I have no desire to marry her. So please, start over with me. I'll go home now.
Most of your stuff is gone from my house.
Huh?
Your mother and the others moved it out. Besides, I'm getting ready to move out too.
Move out?
Because this house is too big for one person. This house is a rental, so I'm supposed to move out by the end of the month.
No. Give me a break. You can't just move out without consulting me.
What the hell are you saying? You're the one who left.
I was hoping you'd look for me.
I'm sick of that kind of thing. When we got into a fight, you instantly lost your temper, and you started talking about divorcing me. You thought if you said the word divorce, I'd listen to you, huh? At first, I didn't want to get a divorce, but thanks to your mother, I woke up. If you think you can get everything your way, you're wrong.
I get it, Nicole. I apologize for being so selfish. What do I have to do to get you to forgive me? I'll do whatever you say. If there's something you want me to do, just tell me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Then I want to cut ties with you.
What?
I don't ever want to see your face again. Don't even contact me. That's all I want.
No, that's not what I...
You'll do as I say, right? Well, I'm busy packing, so I gotta go.
Hold on, Nicole. Nicole!
Later on, it seems that Kevin broke up with his girlfriend and came back to our house. But the moving out was already finished, so he trudged home to his parents' house. However, his parents immediately kicked their son out of the house. He had no choice but to rent a small apartment and start living there. However, since Kevin had always left the housework and financial management to me, he couldn't manage anything by himself. In no time at all, the apartment became like a garbage dump, and his savings ran out. Even if he tried to ask for help, there was no one to give him a hand. Kevin was finally evicted from his apartment. He is now living a life of sleeping at a shabby motel. Furthermore, Kevin's parents paid me alimony on Kevin's behalf, and Kevin has fallen into debt. He is desperately earning money by working part-time at night, in addition to his day job, in order to pay off the debt. Rumor has it that he looks at least 10 years older than he really is, probably due to overwork. As for me, after my divorce, I rented an apartment near my workplace. I am enjoying the freedom of living alone. I still keep in touch with my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and sometimes have dinner with them, Though my marriage has failed, I would like to continue to be friends with my former in-laws.
Hey, parasite! How long are you going to stay in bed? Don't stay in your room all day. Do your chores. The laundry's piling up.
Faye, I'm a parasite. That's terrible. Besides, I have to work from home today. I'll be starting work soon, so please stop making a ruckus outside my room.
Huh? What's that? You make it sound as if it's my fault. You're too cocky.
But you don't work. Why don't you do your own laundry?
I don't work. So what? You are no different from me, yet you have an attitude?
No different?
You stay in your room, working or sleeping, I don't know. You don't do much, do you? It seems like there's not much you can do on the side to make money from home. I looked it up, but it doesn't look like any of them make much money. Besides, until recently, you'd been sleeping in your room all day saying you were sick. But the moment you start a side job to make a little money, you get all bossy. I mean, if you're well enough to be so bossy, why don't you get a divorce? You used to be so sickly that you had to be taken care of in the hospital. I know you couldn't survive without Aaron's help. It's time for you to think about getting a divorce and living on your own.
Divorce? I knew you didn't think much of me for a long time. But you even wanted me to divorce him, huh? I'm certainly not as sickly as I used to be. It's just that I'm starting to understand how to face it. I still have to rest and stay in shape. That's why I'm not working outside the home. I'm trying to find a job at home.
So, are you gonna sponge off Aaron forever?
Sponge?
Because that's what it is, isn't it? Aaron used to be popular with all kinds of women, but after he married you, he stopped having any fun because of sickly, fragile you. I guess you can say he's lost his Aaron-like charm. I really feel sorry for him, don't you? He has to work not only for my family, but also for you. He's so busy with work, he often looks like he's exhausted. You're like a plague, aren't you?
Why do you say that? I'm working hard too, you know. If you say that, when are you going to go out on your own?
Huh?
I thought you were going to leave as soon as we got married. You don't work, and you just lounge around the house all day. You don't seem to have a boyfriend or any friends. You're already in your 40s. Don't you feel any urgency? Do you really think you'll be okay with your life as it is?
Huh? I don't want to hear that from you, of all people. You can't survive on your own and just live off of Aaron. You're just a burdened woman who can't live on her own and is only surviving because you're a parasite. You married Aaron, but you use your health as an excuse not to have children. You're finished as a woman. Don't lecture me like a big shot. It's really bad enough that an infertile parasite of a woman like you took my sweet little brother.
What did you say? Your words and actions are too much. It's true that I was too sickly to have children, but Aaron was also fine with that.
What's so fine about it? It's natural to want to have children when you get married. Because of your selfishness, Aaron's future was ruined. Even my mom really regrets that Aaron married an infertile woman. She wants you guys to get a divorce so he can get a young wife. She always says she wants grandchildren.
So why didn't you get married then?
I have to be supportive of my parents. I didn't want to get married and leave home. I didn't have the brazenness like you guys to think that I would live with them after marriage and be a parasite.
Supportive? Are you talking about staying home and moping around?
Yeah, right? Because I'm my parents' beautiful, beautiful daughter. My presence supports them both. My brother Aaron was always playing with women and was unreliable.
Now my parents live with him and his burden of a wife. I can't help but feel sorry for them. Well, it's none of my business, but I don't think it's really healthy to live like that. How many pounds have you gained since I came to this house? You don't do housework, you don't work, you just eat. You just lie on the sofa and watch cartoons all day. I guess you must have gained about 40 pounds. I think it might be a good idea to do some exercise. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? I'm living my life for myself. It's not a life for anyone to evaluate me, so leave me alone. I mean, you're in no position to speak for me, are you? But you don't pay rent. You don't pay for any living expenses. You live such a carefree life. Are you kidding me? I know about you. What? The rent you pay is $400, right? Huh? How condescending can you be with $400 a month rent? Don't get smart with me. You're the one living off my parents and brother. We can cover that much ourselves. If you can't support us, get out now. Don't ever show your face again. Okay, I'll leave. Huh? Then I'll leave as soon as I finish work today. But remember, you asked for it.
Hey, parasite. Give me back my apron.
Now it's my mother-in-law. What do you mean, give me back my apron?
Don't play dumb with me. You're the only one we kicked out. You even took Aaron with you. That's not what you promised.
I didn't promise anything to you. Besides, I left by myself and I didn't call Aaron. Aaron left the house of his own will.
There's no way he would do that. That boy is dedicated to his family. Of course he would choose his family over someone like you, who's sickly and useless. Besides, I'm trying to find him a new bride. I've even set up a meeting.
Oh, you really meant that?
If we don't do this, you'll ruin things.
That's wonderful, isn't it?
Don't be silly. Hurry up and let him go. Just bow out and send him home. If you don't, I'm going to sue you.
Sue me? Sue me for what?
For defamation against our family. And then, compensation for the crime of kidnapping Aaron.
Oh, I see. Anyway, I'll talk to Aaron. If he wants to divorce me, I will.
Do it right away.
I got this message from my mother-in-law. Aaron, you want to divorce me?
Don't be silly. What do you think I left my parents' house for? I'm not going back to that house ever again.
I know, right? I'm relieved.
You don't have to reply to Mom. She's been sending me texts telling me to hurry up and come home too. I'm ignoring them. I feel like I was ridiculous helping them all this time.
You're not even going to send money anymore?
No, no more. When they have my sister, they focus on her. It's not bad when she's not around. It's good for her to have a good life. But they put that burden on us.
It's not so much us, but you, who has to bear the burden. Moreover, your parents want to please your sister so much. They don't say what they need to say and try to take credit for everything. I knew that, but when I saw it firsthand, I didn't feel good about it.
It must have been hard for you too, being deprived of credit and being treated so harshly. I suggested that you move in with me because you were feeling sick, and I wanted to make your life a little easier, but I'm sorry I put you through so much pain for so long because of it.
It's okay. Don't apologize. You've been through a lot over the years.
That's why I used to have relationships with random women, to fill that loneliness. But it didn't fill in the loneliness. And then I met you.
So I'm your savior.
But I'm not kidding. You really are. I mean, I got what I've always wanted. You're so patient with me. You accept me, even my weak points. You've been so sick for a long time and have been through a lot of hardships. I think that's why you were so kind to me, even though you were a bit fragile and had a hard time.
Well, you're right. My being weak was the problem. My parents always wanted a boy, and they put so much time and effort into raising my brother. I guess it's partly because they were paying for my treatment. They obviously took good care of him and spent a lot of money on him. But you're healthy, worked hard, and took care of your family. And yet, you were being treated unfairly and were trying to distract yourself from your loneliness. It's not a cool sisterly thing. It's more like, I guess being with you helped me to forget my loneliness too.
I guess that means we needed each other, right?
Well, are you really okay with this? I can't believe you left your family.
Yeah, because you're my family now. I've done so much for that family. And now, if those guys aren't going to make you important, I don't think I need to go around helping them out anymore. My sister is obviously the parasite, and yet she's the one acting like a big shot. And my mother, who's so insane that she wants me to divorce you and get a young wife. And my father, who pretends he doesn't see it all. I'm fed up with them all. I don't even want to talk to them again.
Oh wow, I see. But it's true that I was too sickly to have children. I feel sorry for you.
What a thing to say. You don't need to apologize. When we got married, we promised to live happily together, even if we couldn't have children. All I need is you. Besides, the time when you were sickly was a long time ago. You can't go overboard with work now, but you're still able to live a normal life and not have any problems. You're working from home. My sister is the one who lies around all day long with that big fat body. She looks much more unhealthy.
The other day, I told her she should exercise.
That triggered her temper. But they live in that nice spacious house, and she really thinks that we pay $400 a month for that? I thought she must have lived her whole life without learning anything.
Yeah, that was funny. Well, it won't be long before they come crying to me, will it?
Dawn, get Aaron home as soon as possible. I don't care if you're with him, just come back.
Oh, didn't you tell me not to show my face again?
I said it, but it's an emergency. I don't care about that, just come back.
There's no way I'm coming back. What's the matter? You seem to be in a panic.
You know what I'm talking about. You guys have been paying the rent. I can't believe you guys were paying $4,000 for rent. I thought it was $400. I didn't know that.
Of course, you who have no intention of paying rent or anything else. Of course, you wouldn't know. But that's true. You're right. We have been paying $4,000 a month in rent, not $400. Every month for 20 years since we got married at 18 and moved into your house.
What's that? Why does it cost so much?
On the contrary, why did you think it wouldn't cost that much? Did you think you could live in that house with a yard for a family of 4 for only $400? You've never paid rent on your own, have you? You've been living off your parents your whole life.
Well, that's because I didn't think it would only cost $400 a month. I thought my parents were paying most of it, and that you were only paying $400 of it. I thought Aaron was paying too.
That's a big misunderstanding. I mean, honestly, you didn't think that carefully, did you? And then, you were surprised when you got a new bill. You're telling me to come back.
Because there's no way I can pay that amount of money. You're not too nice either. You knew I couldn't pay this much and you left. And you deliberately left me alone when you thought I was mistaken about the $400. You're mocking me for being upset, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. To be honest, I've been frustrated with you for a long time now. But I thought that was Aaron's way. It's true that I was sickly and weak when I was younger, and I was indebted to you. I had to put up with it. Looking back on it now, it seems absurd for your parents to ask us young people to pay the entire rent. But I thought it might have been a test by your parents to see how serious Aaron was with all his playing around. I accepted it and did my best. But you guys just kept getting more and more brazen. Not only have you not paid the rent for the past 20 years, but you've become the head of the family and a lifelong child. You call me a parasite and treat me like a servant. When I talked to your parents, they did nothing to help me. On the contrary, you, including your mother, tried to kick me out. To be honest, I've been wanting to leave for a long time. So this was a good opportunity for me.
You've got to be kidding me. There is no way I can afford this amount of rent. Then, I'll cover a little of the living expenses. Come back to live the same way you were before.
How long do you think you can keep talking to me like that? Why do I have to care for you, only to be treated like this? I've been putting up with you because I thought it was for Aaron's sake. I felt bad about abandoning you guys, but when you told me to leave, it lifted a weight off my shoulders. I won't have anything to do with you guys ever again.
Because you've been a recluse except when you're doing the housework. You're a homemaker with a crappy home-based job. I didn't think you could afford that kind of money, even if you and Aaron both worked.
I'm a homemaker, Bud. Did you know I'm a workaholic?
You are?
Sure, I can't do a job that requires daily commuting and physical exertion. I'm not strong enough for that kind of work. But I'm pretty good at working with my head. That's why I'm a rather popular blogger. I make more money than most people who go to the office.
Oh, is that so? You mean you make money from blogging? Writing a diary? If that's the case, I'll start one. I'll start now and earn money to cover my living expenses. So you'll come back, right?
There is no way someone like you can start a blog right now and make money. It's not that easy. You really don't know anything about the world, do you? If you wanted to just write some random little story and make money from it, you'd have to be a famous celebrity.
Are you doing something shady?
That's a funny thing to say. Anyway, it's not your business, so I'm not going to explain it from zero. But you know what? While you were lounging around being a cartoon freak and lazily eating potato chips in your sleep, I was working my butt off to make money.
You don't have to say it like that. Then what are we supposed to do? This month's rent is due the day after tomorrow. If we don't pay, we will be evicted.
Why don't you work and earn money? You've been spoiled by us for so long. Isn't it about time you return the favor to your parents? You're in your 40s, and you just sit around living off your parents all day. Don't you think it's boring and pathetic?
Because my parents are so kind and sweet. And even now, it's not like there's anything I can do. Even if I got a part-time job now, I wouldn't be able to make this month's rent. That's why I need you guys to pay it for me.
That's naive. Your way of thinking is naive. If you can't pay, then get the whole family to bow down or do whatever and pay somehow. Why do you only think about taking advantage of us for free? You'll never learn anything because you think you're going to have fun with other people's money. It's always been that way. You've managed to live on other people's money. You've done nothing, and now you're an incompetent person. Your lazy body says it all, doesn't it?
I've been listening quietly now, and you've just been making fun of me. I'm telling you to come back and pay the rent.
You're powerless and you yell at me like that. You're just a loser, crying because you lost.
Shut up! I'm suing you. My mother said she'll sue you for slander. Aaron didn't show up for the blind date our mom set up, and she got yelled at and was so embarrassed.
Oh, come on. So what?
What?
It's my mother-in-law's fault for deciding on the blind date without his permission. We're not divorced, and we have no intention of getting divorced.
Don't get cocky. You know what will happen if you go against me.
Well, what's going to happen? Do you think you can just boss people around and make them do what you want at your age? That's the kind of life you're going to lead. If you don't have money, eat less and work more, pig.
I beg your pardon? I am. Unlike you, I'm healthy. I'm not like you who's sickly, weak, can't have children, and is finished as a woman.
That's right. You're right. Well, you know, unlike me, you can call yourself healthy, right? Then you can go out and earn money any way you want. If you can't live in that house, then you're not cut out for it. Move to a place that suits you and live a life that fits your size. Get out of this parasitic life and make life easier for your parents.
I understand. Just give me the money. I can't afford $4,000. I apologize for going on like that.
Oh, me and Aaron were making $4,000 a month at the age of 18. If you're willing to die for it, you'll be fine. If you can't, why don't you get your parents to work too? With the three of you, I'm sure you can do it. Good luck. Immediately after that, my mother-in-law received the bill from the hotel restaurant where the blind date was supposed to have been held. My father-in-law, who knew nothing about the blind date, got angry, and my parents-in-law and sister-in-law got into a huge fight. As it was, there was no discussion, and the situation continued with everyone being stubborn and no one working. They could not pay the $4,000 rent and were forced to move out. The three of them moved into a shabby apartment, and my sister-in-law started to work part-time. She is over 40 years old and has no working experience. She didn't like the fact that she was being managed by a senior part-timer who was younger than her. So she snapped and left the company after a fight. After doing similar things in several places, she abandoned her parents and disappeared. Shortly after that, my father-in-law and mother-in-law divorced. My father-in-law is living a meager existence on his own pension, but where my mother-in-law went, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just glad I will never see any of them again. From now on, I want to take care of myself and live a peaceful life with my husband.
Hey, what time are you coming back? I'm on my way back home soon. Good. Oh, there's something I want you to buy on your way back. Sure. What is it? Can you buy some garbage bags? Why? Are you going to do cleaning or something? Do I need to explain everything to you? No, but I just wanted to know why. Stop watching my every move. It's really annoying. Are you doing something in my room again? I don't know. Stop asking questions and just buy garbage bags for me. How long do I have to wait for you? Hurry up and come back to prepare dinner. I'm sorry. I'll be back soon. You're such a useless, lazy wife. You were out instead of taking care of the house. Unbelievable. Did you forget that because you tore up my cards, I had to go get a new one today instead of working? What do you mean, work? You're just playing with your cards all day long. I explained before that the card is for my job. I guess you don't get it. Are you looking down on me? No, it's just you never understand even though I've explained it so many times. Are you saying I'm stupid? Oh, come on, I'm not saying that. Just please stop breaking my stuff for work. When I heard that you would work from home, I thought you would take good care of the house as a wife, since you would be at home all the time. But after we started living together, you're always shut in your room. You know that I work full-time, right? You're lying. If you can do your job from home, then your work must be some stupid part-time thing. No, I'm working full-time. Just stop assuming things. Are you saying I'm wrong? Yes. I can never be wrong. I'm working full-time, that's why I spend more of the day in my working room. Oh, shut up. Even though you are working, you are at home. You should take care of the house. I am taking care of the house. I don't believe that you are working full-time at home. You must be playing with your stupid cards in the room. You should quit that stupid part-time job. Why do I have to quit my job? Why? Because you're shutting yourself in the room, not doing any housework at all. I'm not shutting myself in the room. I'm just working. And what makes you think I'm not doing housework? I manage my time to get everything done. Shut up. You have no right to talk back to me. Just so you know, I broke your so-called work stuff to make you realize something. Without those things, you wouldn't be able to work, right? What do you mean? Listen, I am doing this for you. A woman, once married, should focus on the household. I'm sure my son feels the same way as me. I'm trying to make you understand that, and that's why I'm breaking your stuff. Why can't you understand that simple thing? You can't be selfish like that, Regina. I bet you're not doing any important job at all if you can do it from home. Even if you quit, I'm sure anybody can replace your job easily. My job is something only I can do. There are people who need me. Oh, don't make me laugh. Even in this house, you're so useless. I'm pretty sure nobody needs someone as useless as you. Besides, we can live comfortably with Jake's earnings alone. There's no need for you to work. I'm not working because I want to earn money. Like I said earlier, I find fulfillment in my job because it's something only I can do. And Jake understands that. Stop lying. Just do as I said. Oh, God. Morning, honey. I've already made your lunch for today. Please don't overwork, okay?
Thanks, honey. I'm sorry about yesterday. I had to work the night shift suddenly, but I'll be off by noon today.
And don't worry. Good luck with your work.
Oh, didn't you say there was something you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, it's about your mom. She broke my healing crystal while I was out.
What? Again? She tore down your tarot cards the other day, right?
Yeah. While I was out buying new cards, she went into my working room again. When I came back, the healing crystal was broken into pieces.
What the hell? It's getting worse every day.
At first, she used to throw away my incense. Now this.
I remember the energy gemstones were smashed and thrown into the backyard, right?
I was so shocked at that time. I just don't know why she started doing such things.
Maybe I know why.
Really?
She told me that her friend's grandchild was born. I think after seeing her friend with a grandchild, she started feeling envious. Maybe that's why she's being like this to you. I'm really sorry about my mother. She just doesn't know how to control her emotions. That's why my dad left, you know?
She was so nice at first. I never imagined she would do such a thing.
I thought she would get along with you at first too. We need to do something about it. Let me talk to her once I get home.
Thanks, honey.
I'm not sure if she will listen to me, but I'll do my best. It's unacceptable that she keeps breaking your stuff.
I honestly give up explaining myself to her.
Does she still think that you are playing card games? Oh, how's your new work project going?
I'm almost ready to start. I'm just waiting for the new computer to arrive.
That's good.
Thank you again for giving me the idea to start fortune telling online. With this, I can do readings for people anywhere in the world from home.
I just thought you could help a lot of people with that, you know? So when will the computer arrive?
It'll arrive next week, but I need to make sure Regina doesn't find it.
Yeah, you're right.
I will just be careful, just to be sure.
She might destroy it again if she finds out it's for your work.
I'll make sure she can't get into my room anymore.
I'll talk to her about it again too.
Thank you.
Alright, I will get back to work now.
Good luck with your work, honey.
Hey, Amy. There's a package that arrived for you.
Oh, really? Thank you for letting me know. Can you leave it in the living room? Please, don't drop it or anything. It might break.
Oh, shut up. You don't have to order me around like that.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to be sure.
Well, whatever. Hurry up and go home to make my lunch.
I can't believe you, Regina. Why would you do this to me?
What's wrong?
Didn't I tell you not to enter the room?
You did? I don't remember.
Stop lying. I can't believe you broke my computer.
You've been shut in your room with your computer all the time lately. Don't tell me you are working when you're just playing on your computer.
I'm not playing. I'm using my computer for work.
What?
I told you I'm working from home, right?
Then it's a good thing I destroyed it.
What do you mean?
Since you can't work without a computer, just quit your job and do the housework instead. Why can't you be useful for once? You're a useless wife.
Oh my god. I just remembered that I had an online meeting with my client today. I have to do something about it.
What? Don't tell me you're still not quitting your job.
Of course not. I love my job. I have no intention of quitting.
Shut up! Why can't you just listen to me?
I need to call my client now. I'll talk to you later.
Mom, are you serious?
What's wrong?
What have you done?
Hey, why are you so angry?
Stop acting dumb. You broke Amy's stuff again. Now you destroyed her new computer.
Oh, that. What about it?
Why did you break it? Why do you always break Amy's stuff?
Well, it's Amy's fault. She says she's working, but she just shuts herself in her room and plays. If she's just playing, she should do the housework. That's her responsibility as a wife.
What are you talking about? Amy isn't playing. She was working.
Before, she used to play card games in her room, and now she's playing on her computer.
Stop assuming things when you really don't know anything.
What do you mean by that?
Don't you ever break her stuff again and enter her working room. If you do it again, we will leave this house.
What? Why are you defending her? I'm your mother. You should be on my side.
I explained to you many times that you are misunderstanding about Amy.
I'm so old and now you want me to live alone? Don't you feel bad about me?
Stop playing victim, Mom. Don't you think that you are being selfish and manipulative to Amy?
Oh, come on. I'm doing this for both of you.
No, Mom. You are being selfish.
Whatever. All I know is I'm right about everything.
I warned you. Don't you ever break Amy's stuff and enter her room. I messaged my mom just now.
What did she say?
I warned her that if she ever broke your stuff and entered your working room, we would leave the house. But she doesn't listen to me.
That's what I thought. Even though she's like that, she's still your mom. But I don't know how long we can keep living with her.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's time to tell her everything about your job.
You think? I know she always reads the book that I wrote about spiritual healing.
Yeah, she worships Madame Fairley like crazy. Maybe at first she won't believe you, but you can easily prove that you are Madame Fairley.
I'm just scared of how she would react.
She might go crazy.
You are right. If things got out of hand, maybe we should tell her the truth.
Alright, I will talk to her again when I get home.
Okay, take care coming back home.
Amy, I have a question.
What is it?
Did you buy another computer?
Oh God. Did you find it? How?
So you were trying to hide it from me, huh? You never learn, don't you? Well, this time, to make sure you learn a lesson, I completely broke down the computer.
You did what?
I broke it for you. You're welcome.
Oh my God. Again? The computer isn't mine.
What are you talking about? It was delivered to you.
That computer was borrowed from my client.
What? Then whose is this?
It belongs to the client that I'm working for.
It wasn't yours?
The other day, you broke the computer I bought. So when I explained to my client, they lent me one until I got a new one.
What? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I told you not to enter my room.
Whatever. It's your fault for not telling me that it wasn't yours.
You were warned by Jake, right? If something like this happens again, we'll move out. That's it. We're leaving.
Oh, come on. Don't be selfish. I won't allow you to leave.
We had enough, Regina. How can I work properly when you keep breaking my stuff like this?
Whatever. I don't need a useless wife like you anymore.
Well then, thank you for everything. Goodbye.
Hey, Jake. Is Amy still mad at me?
Of course. You didn't even apologize to her.
Why should I apologize? It's all her fault for not fulfilling her duties as a wife.
What do you mean by duties as a wife?
She still hasn't given birth to a child, and she neglects household chores using work as an excuse.
We're waiting for the right time to have children.
What do you mean by the right time?
Well, Amy asked me not to tell you, but...
What? Are you hiding something from me? Spit it out.
Mom, you don't know what Amy does for a living, do you?
Huh? No, I don't.
Didn't you notice anything when you entered her room?
There were strange stones or weird cards. And there was incense, too. I threw it away because I don't like the smell.
Amy is a famous psychic.
What? She's psychic? Oh, don't make me laugh, Jake.
You know that Amy has a third eye, right?
Oh, yeah. I heard all her creepy stories, but who believes that fake story? There's no way she's psychic.
Well, whatever.
That kind of lie doesn't work on me, okay?
Anyway, my company is hosting a psychic fair soon. Can you guess our special guest?
Wait, is it Madame Fairy?
Yeah. Do you want to come?
OMG, I'd love to. Can I invite my friends too?
Sure. I'll let you know the details later.
Great! I can't wait to meet Madame Fairy in person.
Yes.
You were lying to me all this time?
Huh? What are you talking about? Anyway, Jake was looking for you.
Because of you, I was embarrassed today. How could you say such embarrassing things in front of my friends?
Oh, you were embarrassed. I just wanted to share my life story to inspire people.
I didn't even know you were Madame Fairy, and even if I did, I wouldn't have believed in that stupid fortune telling, and I never read your stupid books.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you. There was just no right moment.
Now all my friends think I'm a terrible person. How could you do this to me?
Why are you blaming me? I just shared my life story. I didn't lie about anything.
Why did you even talk to my friends? You did this on purpose, didn't you? You wanted to embarrass me.
That wasn't my intention. They asked me how to deal with a stressful environment, so I shared my experience with them and offered some advice. But I never thought you would do something like that. After you found out that Madame Fairy was me, you freaked out, destroyed all the items on the booth, and ran away, right? Jake and all the staff are looking for you.
It's all your fault.
You can't blame me for this, Regina. You knocked over tables, kicked panels until they broke, and in the end, you smashed the glass case at the entrance, didn't you? Oh, thankfully no one got hurt, but all your friends were really shocked.
Shut up. I wouldn't have done such a thing if you weren't at the fair. If you hadn't lied to me all this time. It's because you're always working. It's because you never gave me any grandchildren. It's all your fault.
You can blame me all you want, but please compensate for the damage you caused. Also, Jake was embarrassed in front of his colleagues, so please apologize to him.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't you dare talk back to me. I'll never forgive you.
That's fine. I hope you enjoy your life living alone.
Shut up! Don't ever show your face again.
Goodbye, Regina. After that, Regina continued to ignore paying the compensation. Reluctantly, Jake talked to his father about what happened, and Jake's father covered the full amount. But it seems Regina has no intention of paying him back. After that incident, Regina's friends saw her true colors, and as a result, she lost her friends. Following this, she isolated herself at home. While she shut herself in the room, Jake and I immediately moved to a new house. A few months later, Regina called me, expressing regret and apologizing for her behavior. She admitted that she was overwhelmed with jealousy and stress, and told me that she's seeking help to turn her life around. I accepted her apology, and I genuinely hope she finds peace and happiness in the future.
Stephanie, you really have no family loyalty. You've always been a selfish child, but I didn't think you were this bad of a person. What? What's wrong, sis? Did I do something? Don't play dumb with me. You're awful for not attending Mom's funeral. You ungrateful jerk. Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Mom's funeral? You really don't know anything about it? Mom passed away. Oh no. It's true. When did she die? 3 days ago. I'm stunned. You didn't even know your own parent was dead? If Mom died, why didn't you call me? I called you many times. You're the one who ignored me. But I don't have any missed calls. Maybe you called my old number? Old number? I told you I changed to a new phone. Sorry, I forgot. If you couldn't call me, you could have messaged me. I was so upset about Mom's death, I couldn't think of anything else. Huh. So you were the pallbearer? Who else is there? Dad's gone, and it's just me and you left. It was really hard work doing everything by myself. I got so tired meeting with the funeral home and dealing with the relatives. Are you taking this seriously? Your parent is dead. Aren't you sad? Not at all. That's terrible. How can you be so cold-hearted? Don't you feel like you should rush to the funeral home right away? No, I don't. Unbelievable. When did you become so cold? When did you become such a big liar? What? What do you want me to do? You would think you would at least say goodbye or something. Who would I be saying goodbye to? Hey, Stephanie, are you kidding me? Your own mother just passed away. I just had lunch with my mom. What? I thought it looked like her, so I called out to her, and it turned out to be Mom. I haven't heard from her in a while. I was surprised to see her here in Chicago. We had lunch together at a restaurant. Mom looked great. I'm so glad I got to see her after all these years. Huh? That's impossible. How can you have lunch with a dead person? Was it a dream? It wasn't a dream. I still have the receipt from the restaurant. Then it's a different person you had lunch with. You had lunch with a woman who looked exactly like our mother, and you mistook her for our mother. Are you really so stupid that you can't even recognize your own mother? Are you out of your mind? Whose funeral did you organize? I told you it was our mother's funeral. It's impossible for a dead person to be in Chicago in the first place. You don't think you saw a ghost? I don't think so. I'm not psychic. Stephanie, enough. I know you don't want to accept that our mother died, but don't tell me you had lunch with her or some weird lie. It's you who's lying. It's obvious you are, so just admit it now. You are such a... So, how did Mom die? Car accident. If she was sick, I could have told you earlier, but it was so sudden. You're lying. What? Mom wasn't in a car accident, because when I met her, she wasn't even hurt. That's why I said she wasn't the one you met. Stephanie, maybe you're tired, or maybe you're mentally ill? Oh, I don't think so. I'm happy every day, and I don't have a single worry. Well, I'm worried about you because you're saying many strange things. Why don't you go to the hospital? Maybe the shock of hearing about your mom's death is making you crazy? I'm perfectly sane. You're the one who's crazy enough to go to a funeral for someone who's not your parent. You should go to the hospital. I'm not trying to fight with you. At least come home to say goodbye to her. I'm sure Mom would have liked that. Of course not. I just met her. I didn't think you could be so stubborn. Anyway, come home just once. No way. It's a waste of money. Your parent died and you're stingy with travel expenses? Mom wouldn't be happy to see you like this. She's not dead. She's still alive and well. She's really gone. Oh, so did you get an inheritance? There's no inheritance. Mom was barely scraping by. What? Really? Were you counting on that, Stephanie? It'd be lucky to get it, I guess. What an unscrupulous girl. You don't grieve when Mom dies. You only want your inheritance. I was just wondering how much inheritance there was. Maybe she had some expensive jewelry or something hidden away. That's enough. I'm going now. Bye. Call me when you find the inheritance. Don't keep it all to yourself. Hey, sis, are you out? I just got back to Mom's house. Mom doesn't seem to have any money. What? You're at home? Yes, I am. When did you get home? When I asked you to come and say goodbye, you said it was a waste of money. I changed my mind after all. I mean, I'm free to go back to my family home whenever I want, right? Yes, but... Where are you, sis? At the town hall. I have to go to the bank now. When a family member dies, there are a lot of procedures. Wow, that's a lot of work. As if it's someone else's problem. I'm the one who has to do it all by myself since you didn't come back.
By the way, where did you hide the money? The money? Since you're taking charge of all the arrangements, you must have received a lot of insurance money, right? I looked all over the house and couldn't find any. Why do you need that? Because half is mine, right? We're the only 2 children. Don't tell me you put it all in your own pocket, sister. What are you talking about? All the money from the insurance went to the funeral. How much do you think it cost? Are you serious? I thought I could at least get travel expenses. You obstinate child, did you think you could cover the travel expenses with the money from the insurance? Because it took me 3 hours by plane to get back here from Chicago. You should at least pay for the flight yourself. I'm a poor freelancer, so the airfare is ridiculous. I see. You're still an unsuccessful theater actor. You're still dreaming at your age? I guess. I don't need the money, but I like to do what I like. Mom in heaven would be appalled. She's been worried about you for a long time. Oh, I just found the newspaper with Mom's obituary. I didn't know you wrote one. Of course I did. I asked around in the neighborhood. They all said they were at the funeral. So you weren't lying. You really suspected I was? Yes, I did. I guess I was wrong about Mom. I really thought we had lunch together. You must have been dreaming. Maybe you're right. I'm shocked. Our mother is really gone. Yes, she is. I guess you're finally facing reality. I heard some of my friends were at the funeral. Yeah, some of them still live in the area and knew her. I'll have to thank them later. You should. So, how much was the insurance anyway? What? Now you're talking about insurance again? Are you that desperate for money? Why do you say that? Because you keep talking about money all the time, like inheritance and insurance. I'm just checking. You want to take what you can get, don't you? It's said that money is the biggest problem in this kind of situation. I wanted to make it clear as soon as possible. Unfortunately, there wasn't much of anything. Really? I was surprised too, but I guess she couldn't afford to pay the premiums. Poor Mom. Maybe one of us should have gotten married. I wish I could have shown her some grandchildren. Well, since neither of us plan to get married, what could we do? I haven't given up yet. I'm only 33. Well, I've decided to live for my work. I don't care if I'm single for the rest of my life. Your job is just a part-time job. I'm an actress, though. You can't make a living as an actress alone. Well, yeah, that's why I never have that much money. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been doing my best just to give her a funeral. Well, I don't have anything to give you to help out. I'm going to go back home now. You're leaving already? Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm going to get rid of the house. If it sells, I'll give you half. Okay. But it's going to take a while. I don't even know if it'll sell. Okay. Now you believe me that our mother is dead, right? Sort of. I mean, I have all this evidence. Now that you're here, do you want to have dinner with me? No, I'm busy. Okay, come back another time. Okay. Sis, you bought a very nice apartment. What? Did you sell our parents' house for a good price? You're going to live with our mother in a comfortable apartment, aren't you? I love it. Please let me be a part of it. What are you talking about? Our mother is gone. You understand that, don't you? I thought you finally accepted the truth and now you're going crazy again? There's a girl I went to school with who's a bit ditzy and really tactless. What are you talking about? She went to our mom's funeral. What about it? I went to see her the other day when I visited back home. I thought I'd say thank you for going. She kind of ruined your plan. What did she do? She took a picture of the inside of the coffin. What? When did she take that? You said Mom was badly damaged in the accident, so you warned everyone not to look inside, but she really wanted to say goodbye to her face to face. She opened the coffin without permission and even took a photo. That's a bit... I guess a ditz does things differently. And then she showed me the picture. Are you trying to say that the face is different? She's a completely different person. That's not our mother.
She was badly injured in the accident, so it's natural that she looks different from when she was alive.
Even so, that person is too different. She's not that skinny.
You don't know because you haven't seen her for a while.
Even if I hadn't seen her for a while, I'd recognize her face. And the next door neighbor, he said Mom was as healthy looking as ever until just before the funeral.
Maybe everyone sees things differently.
Can you explain?
Huh?
Whose funeral was it?
Will you stop it? I'm still recovering from losing my mother. I couldn't believe this accident happened to my mother either. It was hard to accept, but I did. Don't be weird about it.
I knew you wouldn't admit to it, so I checked everything out.
What can a poor freelancer do? Did you hire a detective? There's no way you have that kind of money.
You're right, I don't have any money, but I have a lot of friends, theater company members. After I got the call from you that our mother had passed away, I asked them to help me find our mother.
What? You never told me that.
Yeah, I didn't tell you.
But you couldn't find her, could you? And Mom's not very good with technology, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't even have a phone.
After lunch with me, she quickly had to go off somewhere by herself. She was acting a little strange.
So?
Soon after that, I got the call from you, and with the help of my theater friends in Chicago, I tracked her down.
But it wasn't her that you found, was it? You having lunch with Mom was just a fantasy.
Really? Thanks to the help of my friends, I was able to locate our mother. She was living in a small apartment far from the city center. It was an old apartment that looked like it was about to fall apart. It's a far cry from the beautiful apartment you bought.
So what? You're chasing around a stranger who just looks like your mother. It's like being a stalker, isn't it?
So, here's the great part.
Enough! I don't have time for your fantasies. I guess when you have nothing to do but fantasize, you can come up with any story. I'm sorry, but I'm busy.
I'm almost done. Just hear me out. You know what that ditzy girl says? She says the woman in the coffin looks just like the homeless lady who used to live in front of the station.
Who remembers what a homeless person looks like? Are you just saying random things now?
But she remembered. She was a ditz. She talked to everyone. Homeless or not, she became friends with them.
Huh?
Of all the homeless people, the one she was friends with the most was a woman named Tilly. She insists that's definitely the person in the coffin. So she took pictures of the inside of the coffin and documented it. She wanted proof that the person in the coffin was Tilly.
Stephanie, how much do you want?
Huh?
I'll pay you as much money as you want, so I want you to keep quiet about this.
You're a very generous insurance recipient, aren't you? I mean, are you going to admit it?
Just tell me the amount and then get the hell out of here.
I don't want your money.
You wanted it so badly before.
That was all an act. I'm still an actress after all. You must have seen me as a spoiled sister who wants the inheritance and insurance money.
If you don't want the money, what do you want?
The truth. I want the truth.
If I tell you, will you shut up?
Yeah, I will.
Really?
I don't want any of my family members to become criminals because it would affect my future.
That's true.
So, how did you end up in this situation?
I happened to be at the scene of an accident involving a homeless woman. She was hit by a car and there was no one around. I panicked and tried to call an ambulance, but Mom stopped me.
What? What do you mean?
She told me to pretend she was in the accident. So I did what she told me and I went to her funeral and told everyone she was dead.
Why would she do that? Pretending to be dead with someone else's body? That's like straight out of a movie. What did she want?
Our mother was in a lot of debt. I was helping her pay her bills, but she was borrowing from some weird places too. I kept paying it back, but it just wouldn't go down.
Why would she have debt?
She was addicted to gambling.
Couldn't you have done something about it before it happened? You were always there for our mother, weren't you?
I told her many times to stop gambling, but she wouldn't listen to me, and the debts just kept piling up.
She started borrowing money in my name without my permission. They even came to my office to collect. I couldn't rely on you, a poor actress. I had no choice but to do what I had to do to pay off my debts. I'm a victim too. But you know, you've got it good living by yourself, not having to take care of anyone else, chasing your dreams, doing what you want, and I'm the one who's getting the short end of the stick. I feel bad. I haven't been home for a long time. I didn't know that you were in debt. That's the truth. Are we done? If you want to go to the police, go ahead. Okay, I will. Huh? You're really going to go? Yep, I'm going. Because everything you just said is a lie. What is that based on? Because our mother told me everything. She's lying. She's trying to make me look bad to protect herself. No, she's not. You took advantage of our mother, didn't you? It wasn't Mom who was in debt. It was you, sister. You were the one who made it look like our mother died. And you tried to get the insurance money. It was also you who sent Mom away to the shabby apartment. Don't be fooled by the delusions of an old person. Mom was crying. She said she didn't want to do that. She said she felt bad for the person who died and that she couldn't face me. Just leave me alone. Bye. That's not how it works. Mom will have to live secretly from now on. I don't care. She's not getting any younger. You've finally shown your true colors. It's my fault for chasing after my dreams and not taking care of my family. So I'll take responsibility and I'll expose your crimes. My crimes? Everything you're saying is just made up. What proof do you have? Mom recorded her conversation with you. What? That's a lie. Mom is bad at technology and isn't even able to use a smartphone. But Mom can use a voice recorder. A voice recorder? Yeah. Dad taught her how to use it before he passed away. He said it's useful to record your voice in case you get into trouble. That's Dad for you. The voice recorder is like Dad watching over us. I didn't know. Do you know why Mom isn't going to the police even with that strong evidence against you? Because you're her daughter. Then give me that recording. I'm not giving it to you. I shuddered when I heard the audio. You only gave Mom $30,000 and then forced her to pretend to be in an accident. Then you told her to go on living in secret like someone who no longer existed. You threatened her with death if she ever told the police. How is she supposed to live on $30,000? Without any social security number or ID, she can't even work. Well, you found out. I don't care anymore. What? A mother is supposed to make sacrifices for her daughter. She's going to die soon anyway, and it'll be hard for her to live with the guilt. What a person. You did all this for only $500,000 insurance money? Only? I could pay off my debt with this money. Of course I want it. Oh, this really sucks. If only you hadn't run into that old hag by accident, things would have worked out. I know you lied about trying to call me before the funeral. You just didn't want me to check inside the casket. That's right. I went to a lot of trouble to get the relatives not to call you, okay? And now it's all for nothing. You have to pay back the insurance money. I can't. I already used it to pay off my debts. Well, that's not okay. You'll go to court and the police will arrest you. Stephanie, we're sisters, aren't we? Please keep this a secret. I don't want to. You little shit. You're still my sister. I don't consider you my sister. You've always been so negative, telling me that I'm wasting my time chasing dreams. You're always insulting me. The only reason I stayed away from my parents' house was because of you. But now I regret it. I hate myself for not noticing how Mom was doing. If I'd known sooner, none of this would have happened. Now I have no choice but to run away. Running away won't help. You'll pay for what you've done. After that, my sister disappeared. Or so she thought. But in no time at all, the police found her and arrested her. To the homeless woman who got caught up in our family mess, I'm truly sorry. So myself and my ditzy classmate held a small funeral for the dead woman. I didn't attend my sister's trial, so I don't know much about it. She was convicted of fraud for deceiving the insurance company and sentenced to go to jail. My mother and I started to live together in Chicago. According to what my mother said, she could not stop my sister from committing the crime. My sister had threatened to harm me if she did not listen to her. I was protected by my mother without knowing it. From now on, I will do my best to take care of my mother.
Hi, Eileen. It's been a long time. You remember me, right?
Who is this?
It's Carla, your sister-in-law.
Oh, it's been a while, Carla.
I finally found you. Give back my daughter, you kidnapper.
Excuse me?
Are you still pretending not to remember? Last year, when my daughter was just a year old, I was in a tough spot because my boss suddenly sent me on a long business trip. You said you'd look after my daughter for me. I got divorced right after getting pregnant and became a single mom, right? I was so grateful when you offered to help take care of my daughter back then.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I came over to your place and looked after your daughter. Right.
What are you even talking about? You took my daughter the moment you stepped into our house. You said you'd watch her here, but then you just took her with you. You're such a liar.
What?
At the time, I was really confused, but I desperately needed someone to look after my daughter. So I trusted you to take care of her. When I talked to my brother about it, he reassured me, saying it'd be fine since you're a nursery teacher. He told me not to worry and to focus on my work. And now, look what's happened. Not returning my daughter for a whole year? Seriously? You planned this from the beginning, didn't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I got divorced from my husband last year.
What?
You didn't hear anything from your brother?
My brother and I were both caught up with work and barely kept in touch.
Oh, I see.
Well, even though you got divorced, it doesn't change the fact that you're still taking care of my daughter, right?
No, I'm not. I think you're misunderstanding something.
Oh, come on, stop lying. Come to think of it, you mentioned before that you were infertile, right?
What about it?
I knew it. Since you couldn't have children yourself, you took my daughter to raise her as if she were your child.
Don't be ridiculous.
I get that it's tough to accept the truth, but that child is mine. If you want a child, you should consider adoption instead. Just return my child immediately.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not taking care of your daughter. How can I return her to you when I haven't even been taking care of her?
That's enough. Stop lying. I'll report you to the police.
Please, go ahead.
Are you sure about that?
Nothing's going to happen to me even if you report me.
Oh my God. What did you do to my child?
What?
If you're so confident that you won't get caught, that means you didn't leave any evidence of your kidnapping, right? What have you done? Are you saying that you took my daughter's life? Is that why you're claiming you're not with my daughter, huh?
What? No.
I don't believe you. You started raising my child just because she was cute. But then you got fed up with the responsibility. And now, since you can't just give her back to me, you decided to end her life. Isn't that what happened?
What on earth are you talking about? I swear you watch way too many TV shows.
I will never forgive you. I'll turn you into the police right away.
Go ahead. Do whatever you want.
Are you sure? You're still working as a nursery teacher, aren't you? Imagine if this gets out and hits the news. Think about the shock it'll bring to all the parents who entrust their children to your nursery. And all the kids might start quitting the nursery one by one. It could even lead to the nursery shutting down. Are you prepared for that?
If what you're saying is true, that could happen.
If you don't like that, I'll keep quiet for $100,000.
$100,000? Are you out of your mind?
For just $100,000, you can avoid becoming a criminal. You won't cause trouble in your workplace too. It's a small price to pay.
But I have no reason to pay you.
Oh, come on. How many times do I have to explain? I'm just trying to save you from ending up with a criminal record. But if you want to avoid that, you'll need to cough up the money. It's as simple as that.
Oh, God.
I'll send you my bank details right away. Transfer the money right now. Got it?
Hold on, I can't pay that much.
I won't wait. If you don't transfer the money today, you'll end up in jail. Hey, where's my $100,000?
Oh, not you again. I don't have time for this.
What?
My parents' house was just broken into.
Really?
My father just called me. He said they took $2,000 in cash and my mother's expensive jewelry.
That's terrible.
It was you, wasn't it?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You stole the money and jewelry, didn't you?
Excuse me? Stop accusing me. You don't even have any evidence.
When my father came home, he confronted the burglar and got hit with an umbrella found in the house.
Oh no, is your dad okay?
His arm and leg are swollen. He's at the hospital now.
This is all your fault, isn't it?
Why would you even say that?
It's all because you kidnapped my daughter. Karma served you right.
Karma?
I feel sorry for your dad. He got punished instead of you. If you don't pay me $100,000, you might face even worse consequences in the future.
What do you mean by that? I don't know why you're so desperate for money. But injuring someone like this is unacceptable.
I told you I'm not the burglar.
There's evidence that you did it. I'll make sure you pay for what you did.
What? Really?
Too bad. The burglar was caught on the security camera at the front door.
Stop talking nonsense. There's no way your parents' house has a security camera.
They installed it recently. I guess you didn't notice because it's hidden. Your face was perfectly captured.
Seriously?
Since I have the evidence, you can't get away with this.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to hit him. I was just trying to fake valuables. And when I tried to leave, I bumped into your dad. I panicked and swung the nearby umbrella, hitting him. It was unintentional.
See? I knew it was you.
What?
You idiot. My parents' house doesn't have cameras.
Damn it, you lied to me.
You fell for it perfectly.
If you try to go to the police, it won't just be injuries.
Is that a threat?
It's not a threat, but I'm dead serious.
Your tone seems different than usual.
What do you mean?
It's like I'm talking to a different person.
Oh, when I get angry, my true colors come out.
Oh, really? Well, considering I was married to your brother for 2 years, and we've always had a good relationship, it's a bit surprising to hear you talk like this.
It's natural to be angry when your daughter is kidnapped. I've just been pretending to be nice all along. I've only had a superficial relationship with you.
I see. You've been so kind to me, like real sisters. But that was all fake, huh?
That's right. I only got along with you because you were my brother's wife. The truth is, I always hated you.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Listen, don't you dare tell the police, okay? If you ever try to contact the police, I'll go after your mother next time. Now hurry up and transfer the $100,000 today. Got it?
Please don't hurt my parents anymore. I don't have such a large sum of money.
Shut up. Just do something about it. If you just pay up, I won't do anything else and I'll forgive what you did to my daughter. Got it? Hey, Eileen. The money still hasn't been transferred. Hurry up and pay me.
Cut it out already.
Are you sure you want to talk back to me like that?
You accused me of being a liar, but aren't you the one lying?
What?
You're not my sister-in-law, are you?
Huh? What? I am your sister-in-law.
You're Ken, right?
What?
Stop acting already. You're my ex-husband whom I dumped because you cheated on me.
What are you talking about? I'm Carla, Ken's sister.
Still playing dumb, huh?
Can you see my profile picture? It's clearly my face. There's no way I'm Ken.
Oh, really? That's weird. I've been with Carla for all the time we've been talking.
What? You're with my sister?
Oh, sorry. Since we're divorced, I guess she's my ex-sister-in-law now.
Wait a minute. Weren't you and my sister always on bad terms?
Not at all. Even after divorcing you, we hang out a couple of times a month.
Seriously?
Actually, we were having lunch together today, and I received your stupid messages from you. When I showed it to Carla, she knew what was going on. You were using a photo of her from a family trip years ago as your profile picture. Carla said only you would do something like this.
What? You knew from the beginning? Why did you pretend to be fooled?
Because you were saying ridiculous things. I just wanted to have a little fun.
Ugh.
For some reason, you seemed desperate. So we thought I should entertain you a bit.
Damn it. It feels stupid now that I've been pretending to be my sister for so long.
It was really hard to hold back my laughter. But I didn't expect you to go to my parents' house.
Well, that's...
And not only did you steal cash and jewelry, but you also hurt my dad. That is unforgivable.
It's your fault for tricking me.
What are you talking about? You're the one who started lying first.
God damn it. I can't believe you and my sister still have contact after our divorce.
And since I'm with her, why don't you ask your sister?
What? No.
It's okay, don't be shy. You haven't seen each other for a while, so you must want to talk, right?
I don't want to talk to her or anything. Don't add my sister to this chat.
Hi, Ken. Long time no talk. Demanding $100,000 by impersonating me? You must have been desperate for money, huh?
Seriously, why are you still in touch with Eileen? You betrayed me. I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, come on. You didn't miss your sister? We finally got the three of us together. Let's have a nice talk.
Shut up. Damn it. I told you not to get involved with Eileen, right?
Is that so?
After the divorce, Ken said that you have been talking bad about me, so I should not contact you anymore.
Ugh, what a jerk. So that's how you tried to break us apart?
Oh, well...
But too bad. I already heard that story from your sister.
What the hell? Carla told me she's not in touch with you.
Well, I know you will say something, so I just pretended.
You mean you didn't trust me?
Even though you're my brother, do you think I can trust a man who easily cheats? I know for sure that Eileen would never badmouth anyone. Sorry, but I trust her hundreds of times more than I trust you.
Damn it.
So, can you tell us why you did such a stupid thing?
I won't.
Alright, I'll report you to the police now.
Huh?
Theft, assault, and threat. You committed all these crimes.
You're going to turn your family into the police? Besides, I don't think the police take family problems like this too seriously.
Are you dumb? You two are divorced, so you are a stranger to her.
I'm not talking to you now. Just shut up.
If you don't want me to report you to the police, tell me why you did it.
If I tell you the reason, you won't report me?
Well, it depends on the reason. Since we were married before, I might consider not reporting you out of pity.
Alright, I will tell you now.
I can tell it's just a stupid reason.
I told you to shut up, didn't I? I just needed a little extra cash.
Why?
Oh, come on, you know why. When we got divorced, you forced me to pay $20,000 in a lump sum.
Well, it's all your fault.
All my savings are gone and I had to borrow money to pay all the legal fees. Not only that, my girlfriend dumped me after she found out that I had no money. She told she was ready to spend her life with me, but in the end she was only after my money.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was ready to marry her after we divorced. My plan got completely messed up. So I got pissed off and went to a pub alone. And I met a hot chick who was totally my type. I approached her while I was drunk. I ended up sleeping with her. The worst part is she turned out to be my boss's wife.
Oh, wow.
Talk about bad luck.
But if she's the boss's wife, isn't she like 10 years older than you?
You secretly liked older women?
No way, I was drunk and I forgot my glasses at the pub. I couldn't see her face well at that time. I was horrified when I found out her age later.
That's so rude.
I know. I realized I messed up big time. I just quit my job without saying anything. Now I'm broke, with no job and buried in debt.
I see.
I really put in the effort to land a new job. Ended up juggling part-time jobs just to get by. And man, the pay is so low, barely enough to cover the basics. I'm drowning in debt. I'm barely making ends meet. And recently I got fired from my part-time job.
What? Why?
Well, I had a little trouble at workplace, you know.
Little trouble?
Did you hook up with your boss's wife or something again?
I was flirting with a hot chick at my part-time job. Turns out she's the store manager's wife.
Oh my god. How stupid are you?
I didn't touch her or anything, but it was awkward after finding out that she was the manager's wife. And my manager got really mad at me.
You never learn. Hey, Eileen, why did you marry such a loser?
I know, right? I regret it so much now. In the beginning, I thought he was my dream man. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Shut up. I'm trying my best, okay? But my debts keep piling up. I tried gambling, but it's not going well and I haven't won the lottery at all.
That's what you mean by trying your best? Instead of gambling, why don't you focus on job hunting?
I want to hit the jackpot. Working every day for a few dollars is stupid. Also, you can get fired for one mistake.
Oh god, mistake? Why not avoid flirting at your workplace as you won't get fired?
So as a result of not being able to earn money from gambling, you came up with the idea to deceive money from me.
I had no choice, okay? I needed to pay back my debt as soon as possible. That's when I came up with this plan. I thought you and Carla weren't in contact anymore. I figured changing my name and profile picture would throw you off.
I see. I understand the situation now.
Hey, you won't report me to the police, right?
I'm going to file a police report right now.
What? Why? I told you my reason. You said you won't report me to the police.
I don't recall making any promises. I just said I'd consider it.
This is not fair. You're a liar.
Look who's talking. You lied and tried to deceive money from me. Oh, by the way, before you get arrested, return what you stole from my parents' house, okay?
Why?
Why not? It's only right to give it back.
I'm actually at the casino right now.
What?
Listen, I'll double the money I have. Then I'll pay you back the money. Just wait a little longer.
Return the money immediately.
Listen, I apologize for deceiving you. Please just spare me from involving the police. We were a married couple once, right?
Ugh, just shut up. Being married to you was the most embarrassing time of my life.
Damn it. Why does my life have to be like this?
Afterwards, I made my ex-husband return everything he stole from my parents' house. And I also ensured he paid for my father's medical expenses after his injury. According to Carla, Ken tried to beg his parents for help with his debts, but when they found out about everything, they were furious. They ended up taking him to the police, and it seems Ken has been arrested. I hope he takes this time to reflect on his actions. Meanwhile, Carla and I are as close as ever. Just recently, we went on a trip together, including her daughter. Carla isn't just a sister-in-law. She's more like a best friend whom I can confide in about anything. I ended up marrying an absolute jerk of a guy before. But you know what? If it hadn't been for that mess, I probably never would have met Carla. Funny how life works out sometimes, huh? So maybe, just maybe, I owe my ex a tiny bit of thanks in the end.
Bob, can I tell you something?
Is something wrong? I'm almost done with work, so if it's not urgent, you can tell me about it after I get home.
I'd really like to talk to you directly after I get home, but I just can't wait.
If you say something like that, I can't wait either. What the hell happened?
I've been thinking for a while now that maybe... I just went to the OBGYN after work. I'm pregnant.
Seriously? We're having a baby?
That's right. Our longed-for baby.
We're going to be parents, huh?
I'm so glad we didn't give up infertility treatments.
Janet, honestly, it must have been hard for you. All I could do was support you. Thank you so much for hanging in there.
That's not true. When I wasn't feeling well, you did all the housework and everything. You really helped me out. Let's continue to help with each other from now on. Well, first, we have to have a healthy baby.
Yeah, I know. I'll try not to burden you as much as possible so that you can have a healthy baby.
Thank you.
Janet, have you notified your parents yet?
No way. Of course I wanted to tell you before anyone else. I'm not home yet either. I'm calling you as soon as I left the hospital.
I see.
Besides, I don't want to tell my parents yet. Of course, I don't want anything bad to happen to the baby, but until I'm in the stable period, I don't want to tell my parents or your parents. I'd like to tell my parents and your parents once the baby is in the stable period. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. I don't know this kind of thing. I respect your feelings.
I appreciate you saying that. It's been almost 5 years since we started trying having a baby, right? To be honest, I was thinking it might not work. When the obstetrician said, "You're pregnant, congratulations," I couldn't help but cry. I'm also glad that now Susan won't pester me asking if we're going to have kids yet.
I'm really sorry for making you feel bad. Every time I see my mom, I tell her, "Don't pressure us like that." It's the life we've chosen with or without kids. And she says, yes, I understand. But she doesn't get it at all.
Well, it can't be helped. You are an only child. I understand your mother's desire to have a grandchild.
But she's too insensitive. Old people are like that. Forgive me.
Don't worry about it. I'm pregnant. Susan doesn't seem to like me. I hope the pregnancy will improve our relationship a little. She's the one who gave birth to you, so I want to get along with her.
Thank you, Janet. But she has quirks, so don't try too hard.
Got it.
We have to start thinking about the move, the baby's name, and all the other stuff.
Bob, you're getting ahead of yourself, but I agree with moving out. We're living in the same apartment since you were single. It's too small to raise a child there. I'd like to buy an apartment or a house. Let's look around and see what's available.
Yeah, let's do that. I can't focus on work today since I heard this news. I'm getting ready to leave the office and go home. Is it okay to eat cake when you are pregnant?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to restrain myself as I gain weight. But for now, it should be fine.
Good. I'm going to buy a cake from your favorite store. Let's celebrate.
Thank you. I just got home a little while ago. I'll make your favorite dish with ingredients we have at home.
Yay. I'll go shopping and I'll be home in about an hour.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Congratulations again, Janet. When you told me the day before yesterday that you were pregnant, I was really surprised. I asked you the other day if you were going to have a baby yet. Why didn't you tell me that you were pregnant? I was the only one who didn't know.
I'm sorry, Susan, that I didn't tell you yet. But you were not the only one. We decided not to tell anyone until we were in the stable period. We decided that we wouldn't tell anyone, not our friends, not the people at work. I didn't tell my parents either.
Well, it's so sad that you treated me like your friends and colleagues. I've been so worried about you guys for so long, and yet you're so cold.
I appreciate your concern. I was having morning sickness and all. I was afraid to tell you because I didn't know what would happen. I'm sorry I made you feel bad.
Oh, well, I'll let bygones be bygones this time.
Thank you very much.
Not to change the subject, but I thought a pregnant woman needs to be nourished. I sent you all sorts of groceries yesterday. Have you received them yet?
I just got home from work and was preparing dinner. Then I received the package. I just put them in the fridge. I should be the one to call you. I'm sorry for that. I was just about to call you, though.
Oh, really? Well, that's okay. It's from a store known for fresh fish. It's really delicious. I wanted you to try it too.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm afraid I can't eat raw fish right now. So I will eat vegetables and processed foods. Bob will have the fish.
I bought it because I wanted you to eat it. You're saying you can't eat what I bought?
I didn't mean it, but you know that raw food is not good.
Of course. Maybe you think I'm harassing you?
No.
The fish is really fresh, so it's safe for pregnant women to eat. I'm sure of it.
I really appreciate your gesture, but I'm not feeling too well right now, so please let me pass this time.
Huh? You're a pregnant woman right now. Isn't taking care of your health the most important thing you should be doing right now? You still work all the time.
I take days off from work when I'm not feeling well. I try to take care of myself, but I'm still having morning sickness. It depends on the day, but when I'm not feeling well, I don't have much of an appetite in the morning, so I don't want to eat any raw food, just in case.
I'm worried about my unborn grandchild if you're like that now. It's my first grandchild, so I need you to be healthy.
I'm sure the morning sickness will settle down soon, so don't worry. The doctor says my baby's growing well.
Is that so? That's good, but I just thought of something. I've got an idea. I'm going to make lots of food that you can eat even if you have morning sickness. I'll invite you to dinner. Come to my house next weekend. I've had morning sickness myself, so I know exactly how you feel.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your concern. But when I'm not feeling well, I really don't have much of an appetite. I might end up leaving most of the food.
I don't mind it at all. I want to do something for you, Janet. I hope you understand me.
Thank you. Well then, I'll visit you this weekend.
That's the way it should be. I'm really looking forward to it. Since Bob got married and left home, I've rarely cooked for anyone other than my husband. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the weekend.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it too. Thank you so much for today, Susan. You really made a lot of treats and they were all really delicious. I wanted to eat them all, but I wasn't feeling well. I'm sorry that I left some of it.
I thought you didn't like it. You were feeding Bob so much. I was watching you.
Maybe I'm worrying too much. It's my first baby, so I try not to eat raw food, just to be safe. I'm sorry if I made you feel bad. I really appreciate your kindness.
Oh, yes. I was really looking forward to it. It's just so unpleasant that you left that much food.
Oh, no.
Do as you please. But if you give birth to a baby with a poor appetite, I won't forgive you.
I'll do everything I can to make sure I give birth to a healthy baby. I'm really, really sorry about today.
Janet, what the hell happened while I was in the bathroom? I heard my mother crying and rushed out of the bathroom. You threw the fruit basket that Mom gave us into the trash. And you said something incomprehensible like, "Thank God." I was about to ask you what was going on, but she ran out. I ran after her and I'm listening to what she's saying. She still won't stop crying, and she just insists that it's your fault. After what you did, of course, she's crying. I also think it's your fault. She is your mother too. She's been sending us food and inviting us to dinner. She's been so good to us. She brought us a fruit basket as a baby shower gift. Why did you throw it in the trash? You should call her and apologize to my sweet mom right now.
Why should I apologize?
Huh? Janet, are you serious?
Actually, don't be surprised. I just want you to hear this. Your mother tried to take my son away from me.
Tried to take away? What do you mean?
She pointed to the fruit she brought me. She said, "I want some too. Could you peel it for me? I'll watch him." I went to the kitchen to peel it. I felt someone moving and turned around, and neither Susan nor my son were there. I ran out of the room and saw her heading for the door with my son in her arms. I rushed to bring him back and ask her, "What are you doing?" She said, "We will raise our grandchild. I feel sorry for my grandchild if he was raised by you. You're no longer of any use to us, so you and my son need to get a divorce." So I got mad and threw the fruit basket in the trash, and by saved, I mean my son.
I can't believe she would do such a thing. I don't think you are lying, but to be honest, I'm confused.
You didn't seem to notice, so I kept quiet until now. She tried to make me eat raw food, which they say is not good for pregnant women. Even when she invited us, there were so many raw foods, like raw fish, raw ham, raw egg, and so on. Don't you remember?
Well, that's true.
So I told her in advance that there were many things I couldn't eat. I didn't eat any of the raw food, so you ate it for me. Instead, I ate everything else with relish. She was really sarcastic about it. I wanted to get along with her if I could, but she hates me so much. I couldn't take it anymore. She almost took my son away from me and told me to divorce you. I don't want to get along with her anymore. To tell you the truth, I don't want to see her again.
Janet, I'm really sorry. I didn't notice anything. On top of that, I told you to apologize to her. I just asked my mom about it and she said it's true. It's her first grandchild and she really wanted to raise him. She decided to bring him home today. She said she thought I could join them later.
Now you know.
I'm frustrated. I said I'd protect you, but I haven't done anything. Please forgive me. I'm going to change.
Bob, that's enough. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. Besides, now that I think about it, once I realized that she might be harassing me, I probably should have talked to you about it.
I'll never let my mom near you or my son again. I promise this will never happen again.
Yeah, thanks. Good evening, Susan.
Janet, I've been meaning to call you too. Thank you for calling me. Maybe you've forgiven me? Yesterday, Bob got really mad at me. He told me that he would never let me see you or my grandson again. It was just an impulse. I'm sorry. So you'll let me see my grandson from now on, right? Ah, of course I want to see you too.
I can tell right away that you don't mean it. You are not a good liar, aren't you?
I'm not lying. I mean it with all my heart.
Even if you weren't lying, I would never forgive you. You tried to take away my son, whom I gave birth to with all my heart. You told me to divorce Bob. How can I forgive such a person? I contacted you today to say goodbye.
Huh? Goodbye? Wait a minute. Don't say that out of the blue.
To be honest, I'm still mad. I thought about just blocking you, but thanks to you giving birth to Bob, I was able to meet him and even have a child with him. Before I block you, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for giving birth to Bob.
You don't need to thank me, and don't block me. Let's get along from now on. I'll help you with my grandchild and everything.
I can't get along with you. I'd rather you not have anything to do with my son. I've already said thank you, so I'll block you. Goodbye.
Oh no, wait a minute. Janet, I'm coming to see you now. I'll apologize or whatever. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Janet?
I blocked Susan. My father-in-law heard about the numerous harassments she had done to me and the fact that she tried to take our son away from us. He left the house and wants to live separately for a while. I guess it's only a matter of time before my mother-in-law gets divorced. Bob, too, can't forgive her for what she did. He says he will cut all ties with her. I feel a little sorry for him, but I want to think about my husband and son first. I can't help it. My son has received a lot of love from my father-in-law and my parents. I think he is happy. I live in a new house that we moved into when I was pregnant, and our family of 3 is getting along very well. I love my parents and my father-in-law very much. They often visit us. If something happened to them, I would like to take care of them.
Hey, Claudia. I won't be able to make it to your wedding in 3 days. Sorry.
Why not, Melinda? What happened suddenly?
I'm really sorry. Been looking forward to seeing you all dolled up for your big day. My health hasn't been great lately.
I don't think I'll be able to make it. Are you okay? Did you catch a cold or something?
No, it's not a cold.
Then what?
Actually, I'm pregnant.
What? You're pregnant?
Yep. Just found out from the doctor recently. I've been wanting a baby for a while, so I'm thrilled about it.
Thrilled? Are you sure? You're single, aren't you? Yup, I am. Come on, aren't you taking this a bit too lightly? It's all good, really. Are you planning to be a single mother? No! I'm single now, but I plan on marrying the father of the baby eventually. Oh, if that's the case. Right now, though, I've been dealing with some pretty bad morning sickness. I'm constantly nauseous. Can't really keep much food down. I'd just be a nuisance to you and the other guests if I showed up feeling like this. Sorry for the last-minute cancellation. Don't worry about it. If you're pregnant, there's not much you can do. Just take care of yourself and have a healthy baby, okay? Thanks. By the way, are you curious about who the father is? Oh, you mean your current boyfriend? It's Nick, my ex-boyfriend, right? Nope. We broke up a while ago. Are you serious? You took him from me, and you're not even together anymore? I wouldn't say I took him. He preferred me, you know. Well, I know you tried to seduce him away from me. It was a real shock when he broke up with me. I wondered who it was when he told me he had someone else. To think it was my own sister. But we didn't have any promises of marriage or anything like that. And if it meant my beloved sister could be happy, I was willing to let go. Still, I can't believe you two broke up so easily. I thought for sure you were going to marry him. What can I say? Well, he was a good-looking guy, and at first, I was all in for marriage. But you know how it is. As time goes by, you start to lose interest. When he was your boyfriend, there was that thrill of sneaking around. But once we were together officially, that excitement faded. Jeez. But the one who really pushed me to break up with him was my current boyfriend. I met someone way better than him. So what else could I have done, you know? Whatever. The best of luck with your new boyfriend. I'll need to update the venue about the change of numbers. So, later. Wait, Claudia! We're not done talking yet! Huh? I don't have anything more to say to you. Oh, come on! Did I upset you or something? There's no way I could be feeling good, you know? You easily ditched the boyfriend you stole from me, so... Come on! Let's forget about the past already. Anyway, who cares about Nick? Aren't you interested to hear more about my current boyfriend? Not really. He's the guy who's going to be my husband, you know? Well, if you're getting married soon, we'll have plenty of chances to meet. Ugh, seriously? Haven't you figured it out yet? What's there to figure out? You're still as clueless as ever. That's why you keep losing boyfriends to your little sister. What are you trying to say? My current boyfriend's your fiancé. No way. Yes way. Can't believe you didn't realize even right before the wedding. Your obliviousness cracks me up though. So, what's your boyfriend's name? You already know him, silly. Just tell me. It's Ronnie. He's hot and works for a big company. Total elite. An elite businessman. Indeed, it's the same name, but... You see? But still, he's not my fiancé. What? But his name is the same, isn't that enough? Poor you. You're in such denial because it's too shocking to accept the truth. But my fiancé is... I get that you're upset, but seriously? Just let go again like the last time. I mean, there's no way you can compete with me, you know? I'm drop-dead gorgeous. Everyone does double take on. unlike your average self. I mentioned I won't be attending the wedding. Actually, it's impossible for you to have the wedding now. You'll have to cancel it on short notice. It's happening as planned. Oh my God! What are you talking about? Come on, it's obvious. Your fiancé is now mine, so the wedding's off, right? Hold on, can I ask you something? What? How did you even meet him? Oh, about half a year ago, I saw you while I was wandering around town. I had nothing to do, so I followed you. You were following me? Oh, calm down. I thought you'd notice right away, and it was just meant to be a bit of fun, you know? But you didn't notice me and went into a cafe. So I followed you inside. You were meeting up with a guy, and let me tell you, he was totally my type. So hot. I watched you guys from a distance the whole time. I swore to myself that I was gonna snag him from you. Uh-huh. So, when you guys left the cafe and went in different directions, I dashed after him. Wait, what? I'm a doer, you know. Seriously, when I saw that tall, masculine hottie, I just couldn't resist. When I grabbed his arm from behind, he freaked out though. But when I introduced myself as your sister, he immediately exchanged numbers with me. Then, we made plans to go out and, well, you know the rest. Deep connection and all that. I see. But why did you think he was my fiancé? Come on! You two looked so cozy at the cafe, laughing and chatting away, staring into each other's eyes. You look like a couple from any angle. Did we? But by the end of the day, he was more into me than you. Being beautiful is a crime. Seriously. Listen, let me tell you, the guy you're... All your boyfriends are high level, huh? Both Nick and Ronnie graduated from good universities and work for big companies. On top of that, they're both so nice, listening to whatever I say. I don't get it. You're honestly not that pretty, and you don't have much feminine charm. Yet you're so good at finding great guys. Well, sorry for not being pretty. Anyway, since he's mine now, you better hurry up and leave him. If you take too long, the baby will be out. I don't need to leave him. Your boyfriend and my fiancé are different people. Geez, are you still saying that? I'm pregnant with this child. Let him go already. Just calm down and listen carefully. You see, the person you're trying to marry... Okay, I get it. Let's drop it. We can talk about the breakup when you're feeling more settled. But you can't have a wedding. I'll invite you to mine. It'll be a bit later, once I'm stable with the pregnancy. Well... If you're bitter, you should work on improving yourself more. I mean, you're just not that attractive. You'll have to put in some effort if you don't want to end up in the same situation again, you know? Well then, see ya. Wait, Melinda. Geez, do whatever you want then. What's up, Claudia? Did you cancel the wedding? For what? Oh my God! If you don't contact the venue soon, they might charge you the full cancellation fee. Why do I have to cancel it? I said the wedding is still on as planned. Are you still being stubborn? You really need to face reality sooner rather than later. Is that all you wanted to know? Huh? I'm busy right now. Don't bother me with your nuisance. Listen. Guess what I'm doing right now? I don't care.
I'm actually on a trip with Ronnie.
What? Aren't you in your morning sickness period?
It's just nearby, so it's fine.
Uh-huh.
Planning to stay for 2 nights.
Whatever.
You still haven't figured it out, huh?
Figured what?
You're seriously dense, Claudia. He's here with me on the trip. Looks like the wedding tomorrow won't happen.
No, my fiancé Ronnie is actually here with me.
Yeah, right. What are you talking about? He's right next to me. Oh, I see. Got it. You've gone so crazy from the shock of losing him to me that you're starting to hallucinate him. Poor thing. You should go see a psychiatrist soon.
We're at the clinic right now for a pregnancy test.
What? Pregnant?
Yep. I haven't been feeling well lately. I had a suspicion, so I tried a pregnancy test, and it came out positive. I came to see the doctor just to be sure today.
Wait a minute. That's impossible. Who's the father?
Ronnie, of course.
No way. He's mine now, you know. There's no way you're pregnant with him.
Listen, Melinda. The Ronnie with you and the Ronnie with me are different people.
I don't get it at all. What's going on? Who's this guy next to me then? Are you telling me he isn't your fiancé?
That's right.
Wait. My head's starting to spin.
In simple terms, you're getting married to the person you've mistaken as my fiancé.
That's impossible. Why are you bringing this up now? Is this bitterness talking?
You have a prior conviction. So at first, when I heard that you were pregnant with his child, I honestly freaked out. But then, when you told me how you two met, I was relieved.
What do you mean?
The guy you approached in the street was my business associate.
What? Weren't you on a date?
It wasn't a date. We were just discussing business.
Business? No way! How is that a business discussion? He was being all touchy-feely with you, rubbing your shoulder and stuff. It seemed way too friendly. However I looked at it, it looked like you two were on a date.
I know. He's like that with everyone, honestly. Personally, I'm not a fan of his overly familiar attitude. But he's an important business contact, so I can't be cold to him.
But you were smiling and seemed happy too.
He's a business partner, so I couldn't afford to look unhappy.
I can't believe this.
So, tell me the full name of the guy you're marrying.
Full name? Ronnie Wood.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's different. My fiancé's name is Ronnie Ramsey.
The same given name, but different last names?
Right, they're different people.
Gosh, why didn't you tell me sooner?
I tried to, but you kept interrupting and wouldn't listen to me.
Darn it, I messed up big time. I've been trying to get married due to a misunderstanding.
You're pregnant, so isn't it better to get married? The Ronnie next to you seems to have wanted to get married for a while too. If you're in love with him, isn't it no big deal?
It's a huge deal. I was thrilled thinking I had won against you, but...
Geez, what kind of a game are you playing? Isn't he your type of hot guy? You should be glad you're getting married.
Well, yeah.
But it might get a little tough from here on out.
Why?
He apparently quit his job.
What?
Oh, you didn't know?
Doesn't he work for that big company?
That was then. He resigned a few months ago. Now he's unemployed from what I heard.
Oh my God! That's news to me.
He supposedly got into some trouble with a woman. It seems like he was pretty much fired.
What trouble with a woman? You've seen it too, but he's the type to get overly friendly with any woman. When he was invited to his boss's house for drinks, he got a little too friendly with his wife. Darn it! I can't believe he's a womanizer. Coming from you? But he's been showering me with presents, you know. He even brought me on this trip. I still can't believe he's unemployed. He mentioned he likes to gamble. Maybe he's been treating you with his winnings? That's just my guess. Oh no, that's a big problem, especially now that a baby's on the way. To have a fiancé who's unemployed and loves gambling? Your fault for not trying to get to know him well. I thought it'd be fine if he was your fiancé, and I was preoccupied with the pregnancy. What am I gonna do? What's gonna happen to me? I can only see a dark future ahead of me. Come on, think positively. Maybe he'll find a job soon, even if he's unemployed now. Even if he doesn't, since he supposedly likes cooking and cleaning, you can work and let him handle the housework, right? So, I have to support the family? That might be the case. No thanks. Please, Claudia, help me. I mean, this is the life you chose. I never asked for this kind of life. I dreamed of marrying a high-earning man and becoming an elegant housewife. Too bad. Hey, what's your fiancé like? What does he do? He runs his own company. What the heck? So he's a CEO, right? Yeah. That's not fair. Why? Even though you're ugly, you get to marry a rich guy? I thought I had everything in the bag. But the guy I caught thinking he was your fiancé turns out to be a good-for-nothing. In the end, I'm still losing to you. I'm not trying to compete with you. Even though it's your misunderstanding, you ended up marrying a hot guy, so isn't that good? Being hot isn't everything. No matter how good-looking he is, being a gambling, loving, unemployed guy doesn't make him high quality at all. Hey, let's swap our fiancé. Excuse me? Don't you think I'm more suited to being a CEO's wife than you? I'll give you my Ronnie. Got an idea. I'll attend tomorrow's wedding as the bride. You can go on your trip with unemployed Ronnie. Stop spouting nonsense. Oh, shoot. I can't be wasting time here. I have to get ready for the wedding. Melinda, seriously, cut it out. You're being disrespectful to your fiancé. But I don't have confidence in us being able to make it work in the long run. Work together as a couple and do your best. You're going to be a mother now, you know. Then, can you lend me some money? What? You're gonna be the wife of a CEO, so you must have some spare cash, right? I quit my job when I got pregnant, and my savings are running low. Can you financially support me when the baby comes? I refuse. Why not? We're sisters. I don't consider someone who tried to steal my fiancé as my sister. Ugh! I have no intention of helping you. Figure it out on your own. I'm really sorry for everything. I won't do anything horrible like stealing boyfriends again. Please help me just this once. I'm truly, sincerely sorry. No matter how many times you apologize, it's pointless. Claudia, I'm really fed up with you. Even though it was a case of mistaken identity this time, you tried to steal my fiancé. And then, as soon as you found out it was a mistake, you asked me to swap, which is so insensitive. You need to work on fixing that twisted personality of yours. A little struggle might do you good. I'm really sorry. I regret it so much. Please, help me. I said no. Oops, I'm being called at the reception, so I'll shut off my phone. Wait, Claudia!
Wish you and Ronnie all the best. I won't be happy. Please help me. I'm begging you. Melinda kept persistently contacting me. It was too annoying, so I blocked her at once. According to what I heard from my parents, she did consider breaking up with Ronnie. But since she's already pregnant, she has reluctantly gotten married. As for Ronnie, he's focused on gambling and refuses to work, leading to constant arguments between them. It looks like she's living in a state of frustration now. She deeply regrets jumping to conclusions and having a relationship with the wrong guy. Since the baby is innocent, I hope she takes responsibility and raises it well. On the other hand, I had a beautiful wedding and am enjoying a peaceful and happy newlywed life now. The progress of my pregnancy is going smoothly, and my husband is looking forward to the birth of our child. While I used to feel bitter about losing my boyfriend to my sister in the past, if I think about it, it's thanks to that experience that I met my current husband. So maybe I should be a little grateful to her as well.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.